What up, YouTube? Welcome back to Buzzard's On-Site. Last video we finished doing the front end on the Dodge. Today we are going to be doing the left rear trailing arm on this 2007 Ford Explorer Sporttrac. So stick along and we're going to go through the process and steps of how to remove the old one and install the new one. Alright, so step one of this video is going to be jack up the rear of the truck and remove the left rear tire. Okay, so you've got your wheel off, truck jacked up and everything like that. So, the bolts you're going to be removing. There's one bolt right here on the outside. This bolt here. Then you're going to come in behind it. You've got one here, one right there, and then one up here at the top, right beside the axle. You're also going to pull this bolt, which is right on the very outside of the trailing arm. You're going to pull it off. This nut and that bolt are both 15/16. I don't know what the metric size is of that, so please forgive me. But let's get all that removed and get ready to pull the trailing arm off. Okay, so quick check-in. I've got 2 of the 3 bolts out of the knuckle on the rear. I've got the main bolt that holds the trailing arm onto the frame of the truck. And I've also got the bolt and nut that holds the support arm onto the trailing arm. And if you see it, yes, I know the frame on this truck is not the greatest. I've already let the customer know. They said go ahead and continue the work on the truck. So, dearly noted on whatever you may see under this truck. Also, a quick tidbit note for you. If you pull out the front bolt on the rear control arm and pick up the knuckle, you can slide it up a little bit and actually gain clearance to get the final bolt right here at the tip of my finger out and not have to fight. Okay, so we got the old one out, and as I said, yes, I know the frame is
Ooh, chip.
not in good shape because that should have stayed with it. But anyway, when you go to pull all your bolts, like I told you, there will be a bushing that is supposed to set here. Hang on. This bushing is supposed to set here. There will be a bolt that goes through it into the frame. This bolt here is a 15/16 with a 15/16 nut on the back. This should stay connected to the frame. And then around the axle, you'll have 1, 2, and 3 21mm nuts or bolts. So to slide in your new one, it just slides into the pocket here, and then you line it up with your holes in here. So let's go through the process of putting all the hardware back in and getting this bolted back up to what's left. Also, there will be a 10mm bolt that holds the e-brake cable on right here. Little loop just sets into the hole above it, and then the bolt runs through this hole. Okay, so quick recap over everything. 15/16 or 24mm bolt holds the trailing arm to the frame. 15/16 or 24mm bolt and nut on the inside holds the support bar, such as like this one on the bottom. And then you've got on the inside, you've got one bolt on the back right about here, one here, and then one right beside the control arm on the back as well. All 3 of them are 21mm or 13/16 bolts. Everything is now reattached to the truck. New trailing arm is on, and also I put a new bolt right there to hold the e-brake cable to that new trailing arm because the old bolt was about eat up with rust. But that's job done. I'm gonna throw the tire back on and give the customer a call and let them know they can come pick up their truck. If y'all saw anything in this video that you would have done differently, or saw something I did that wasn't right or whatever, leave a comment, let me know. Love getting feedback from y'all. Helps me build to be a better mechanic and helps me get out better content. Also, one other tidbit on this lower control arm. If you pull this front bolt out, you can pull the knuckle out away from the control arm and get better access to this bolt here on the bottom that holds that trailing arm onto the knuckle. You can pull this away from the control arm and get your socket on it a lot easier. But like I said, thank you for joining Buzzards on Site and getting this job done. So, Buzzard out. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.